Okay, it's Si here on TBFM, and I'm sat with Textures. How are you doing today, guys?
Very well, thank you.
Really good. Good to be here. Yeah.
You excited to play Damnation Festival today?
Yeah, I mean it's a big festival. Like all metalheads from the UK have gathered here, I think. So, we really enjoy being here, and we love to see some other bands today, and hopefully have a kick-ass show.
Who are you looking forward to seeing out of all the other bands that are playing today, then?
Well, Amon Ra is playing, which is a band we played with a couple of times from Belgium, which is a really cool doomy kind of band. And
I've never seen My Dying Bride. Really curious. Yeah.
Big Destroyer is playing, so that's crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
So, how often do you get to come over to the UK? Like, do you frequent the UK quite a lot, or is it?
We've played here quite a bit of times, actually.
Yeah, for every album we go on a little tour and some club shows in the UK. So it's always been
twice each tour, and twice each album. You know?
Yeah.
So what's your favourite venue in the UK then?
I like the Underground in London, which is that's a good venue, and for the rest.
Garage we played this year. Yeah, good one as well.
And the O2 Academies, we played a couple of them, but they're all named the same, so I can't really.
They all kind of look the same and stuff as well, but I think that's part of the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so what would what's the scene like in your hometown? Like, what do you feel like you've kind of left that behind, or are you? And now you're international, or do you regularly like to go back home and kind of keep your grassroots fans happy, kind of thing?
Well, the scene in Holland is quite good, and there are venues in every city, a lot of venues, and Holland is not that big. It's 3 hours from the south to the north, and then you've seen all of Holland. But in every city, there are good venues to play, and but we have to watch out with that as well. We don't want to do 20 shows per year because it's so nearby, and then everyone doesn't come to your next show because it's 1.5 hour away. But this year we've done seven club shows, and they were all great.
All crazy.
Yeah, we really keep that always there, doing these shows in Holland, because the venues are great, and I don't know.
What about the UK? As a comparison to Holland, what do you like about it that maybe you don't have in Holland, or what do you not like about it that you have in Holland?
Well, the venues might be a bit more well arranged in Holland, I guess. But
what than the Labyrinth here?
Sorry? Oh yeah. No, this is good, but I mean, we've also we've played some dodgy venues, I think, in the past, and
there really can be really filthy venues here in the UK.
Yeah.
When you come in, oh man, but in the end, it
depends on each night if it's good or not. So it can be really good, but
but shows are always quite rock and roll, so that's
as long as you're having a good time, that's the main thing. A bit of piss dripping on your head's not that bad. You can kind of whatever. Okay, so do you want to speak about your newest release or what you have coming out next?
Yeah, well, Dualism's been out for a little over a year, I think, and we've done a lot of great tours with the album and presented it to the whole world, basically, and that's been a hell of a ride, and now we're sort of we're taking back some gas and doing some more shows, just a couple, and then probably head back into writing, and then we just stop basically every shows, and then
so do you do it in a cycle? So you record your album, you do a tour, and then you start the process again,
or else it fucks up the focus on the music. You really want to just go for studio or just go for touring mostly.
What do you find the studio process laborious, or is that something that you really enjoy? Like actually, there's a difference to writing the music and jamming it, and then actually, obviously, recording it and stuff. Like, how do you find the recording process? Because obviously, advent of new technologies and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, very much.
I think you even enjoy it better than playing live, right?
Yeah, I think so. Even, yeah. Of course, both is very cool, but throughout the whole year we write a lot, and then in the studio we still write a bit. It's not only how do you say it, registering. It's also writing. So and I think you record something for life, you know. You record something touchable that's there, and shows are just for one night, but yeah, you can record those as well, of course. But when we're on tour, I'm always like, yeah, I find touring the best, and when I'm in the studio, I think, the studio is the best. Yeah,
the touring is sort of like a representation of what you've been doing in the studio, you know, like.
Do you try and replicate the studio live, or is
No, yeah, it's definitely a separate thing. I mean, we of course we try to have the sounds in the same way, but it's the live experience is definitely different than the CD experience. I mean, and that's also important for us because on the CD everything is really. How can you say that? It's everything is thought about, you know, and we and live we also do that, but it's more with a groove and more live experience.
And live we can mess around a bit with like breaks, like opening up breaks or slowing down stuff.
So, playing around with the songs and do it.
We like to do that.
Hey, I'm Remco.
And this is Bart. You're listening to
TBFM Online.